What order should I even do these in? Doesn't matter. This is the most precarious tower ever because I want to talk about the bigger books first. So, yeah. What is up, everyone? All right, I've got my Revs shirt on because I'm going to watch the game shortly. So, that is very exciting. And I'm sitting on the floor, which means I'm going to be doing a book haul. So, also very exciting. Also, I just want to point out how old this shirt is. Look, it doesn't even have like a corporate sponsor. No for-profit health insurance companies on the front of this shirt. And look at this logo. Look at that. It's like from 1996 MS Paint right there on the arm. Anyway, no one cares about all this. First book, which is what I will be tackling at the start of the month, is, of course, Rhythm of War. I needed a little break after Oathbringer. It was a little harder for me to get through Oathbringer than the previous two books, but I've still got incredibly high hopes for this one. I've kept myself perfectly in a bubble, so I won't hear anything about this. And I'm reading Dawnshard first. Oh, and join my Discord because we'll be talking about this book in December. But yeah, this is just a beautiful book too. Shallan's on the cover, so we love Shallan. Oh, and the map too. Look at that. Boom. So this is what I'm currently reading right now, and it is the November Shelf Space Discord book of the month, The Sword of Kygen by M.L. Wang. And I keep wanting to call it Sword of Kygen, not The Sword of Kygen. And yeah, anyway, this one is amazing. It'll be the book I review next Fantasy Friday, and I just love it. I love the characters. I love the themes, the world. On the back it says, The Poppy Wars, darkness meets the last Airbender's elemental magic. Couldn't agree more. I love the elemental magic in this. It's kind of a school setting, but it's not like too much of a school setting if you don't really want to read school setting stuff. And it's not like too dark, at least so far, the first half. It's like dark, but it's not like, Prince of Thorns dark or even like First Law dark. I really think like anyone can get into this. It's a standalone. I'm super excited to finish this book. If I weren't filming this right now, I would be reading this because it's just so good. Next, we've got more Sanderson. We've got Skyward and Starsight, and I'm so confident in Sanderson that I bought both these books before I even read the first one, or I bought like the sequel or whatever. He's working on the third book to this trilogy now, so that should be out later this year, hopefully. Or I mean like within a year from now. And yeah, I'm reading this in my Discord for January because it felt like a lot of people wanted to read it. And because I love Sanderson too, so I'm definitely not going to say no to talking about Sanderson books with people. This is his YA series, and it's also sci-fi, and it follows around this girl who's becoming a pilot or something, and that's basically all I know. Also, I like the purpleness on this cover. Look at this.
Purple is my favorite color! This isn't half bad.
And yeah, I hear good things, so I have high hopes. Next, another Sanderson book, The Rhythmist. I hear good things about this one, too. It's definitely one of the Sanderson books that I hear mentioned the least, but I'm going to be buddy reading this with David's book reviews. I'm trying to bring him into the Sanderson fandom. Have I been saying Sanders this whole video? Sanderson. But yeah, I'll link his channel. He's great. And yeah, I'm just excited to buddy read this with him. And it'll be nice too, because it's not like super long like his other books. So I'll be able to read other things in the same month. Imagine that. That's amazing. Next, we've got Malcolm X's As Told to Alex Haley. So this will be my non-fiction book that I'm reading in January. Last year on MLK Day, I reviewed Chaos and Community by MLK, so this year we'll talk and review about Malcolm. And Malcolm's the more like radical of the two civil rights icons, and I mean that in as a compliment, not like, ooh, they're so radical. And yeah, I'm looking forward to learning more about Malcolm X. And also Alex Haley became this sort of also became somewhat iconic in his own right. He had oral histories passed down from his grandma and great-grandmother, or I believe those were the family members, and so he went to Africa and, found his original tribe that his ancestors were stolen from and sold into slavery to. So, and that was made into a documentary in like the 70s or something, Was it called The Roots? I never watched it. But yeah, I mean, if you're into those sort of documentaries, probably that would be a good one to check out, even though it's like 50 years old at this point. And yeah, join my Discord if you want to read this along with me in January. Here is Brandon Sanderson's Arcanum Unbounded. This is just a collection of short stories. I'm pretty excited, actually, to read some of these. I don't know when I'm going to read them, but I figure I might as well have these. I've already read Emperor's Soul, too. Oh, and I've already read Edge Dancer. You know what? Maybe I didn't need to get this. Oh, well, I mean, it was used, so I got it for cheap. Not too much damage, just a little bit. And yeah, I have no idea when I'll get to these, but should be fun. Next, we've got a few more Shelf Space Discord server picks. This is the one for December, and then this is the one for January. So first, Promise of Blood by Brian McKellen, book 1 in the Powder Mage trilogy. I hear overall pretty good things about this. Brandon Sanderson endorses it on the front. I know literally nothing about this, though. It sounds like they're overthrowing a king on the back. And yeah, I'm sure this is just a high fantasy setting with magic and stuff and revenge and, overthrowing kings. So yeah, I mean, if that sounds cool to you and you want to read this in December, definitely join the Shelf Space Discord server. And then here's another one. I literally know nothing about this, but I'm just excited to read this with the Shelf Space Discord in January. It looks like Brett Weeks endorsed both this book and the other book on the back, so that's cool. This is by Robert Jackson Bennett, American author, blah, blah, blah. Lives in Austin. I know nothing about this, so I'm going to read a little bit from the back here. The city of Bulakov once wielded the powers of the gods to conquer the world, enslaving and brutalizing millions, until its divine protectors were killed. Now, Bulakov's history has been censored and erased, its citizens subjugated, but the surreal landscape of the city itself, forever altered by the thousands of miracles its guardians once worked upon it, stands as a haunting reminder of its former supremacy. Into this broken city steps Shara Thivani. Officially, the unassuming young woman is just another junior diplomat sent by Bulakov's oppressors. Unofficially, she is one of her country's most accomplished spies, dispatched along with her terrifying secretary, in quotes, to solve a murder. And yeah, wow, sounds like a lot of intrigue, some killing, a cool world. It looks like a fairly modern world, too. There's windows with lights in them, at least if the cover art's accurate, which hopefully it is. And what's with all those birds? I don't know if you can see all that, but maybe there will be a lot of birds in this book, or maybe those aren't birds. They look like birds. I don't know. But yeah, there's that one. And last but not least, so I reviewed The Red Sister earlier this month, and I've had these books for a while. They've been like right up here somewhere. Prince of Fools, The Liar's Key, and The Wheel of Oshheim. I don't think I've talked about these books yet, and I haven't read them yet, certainly, so they're in this haul. And yeah, I don't know when I'll get to these, but I'm kind of excited for them, but at the same time, after reading some of Mark Lawrence's other stuff after the Broken Empire trilogy, I'm a little bit more, suspect of his character work. The Red Sister, the characters felt kind of bland and they kind of blended together a little bit. And the Girl in the Stars characters, those characters didn't blend together, but they also felt not too exciting. His worlds are pretty cool, though, I will say. And then this takes place in the same world as the Broken Empire, just on a different continent, or a different part of the continent, I mean. So that should be cool. And I know this protagonist is a bit more likable, or a bit less evil than Jorg was, which is basically like saying he's not the most evil person in the world, but apparently he's charming and maybe I don't even know, drinker, gambler, seducer of women, Okay, so definitely not the most upstanding person ever, but also probably not cruel. He sounds like less milquetoast than the main characters in The Girl and the Stars and Red Queen. And also, if this is a picture of him, he looks like older than 14. So that's promising. That's promising. And yeah, that's everything. Tell me what you guys think of these books. Tell me if you guys think I will like or not like any of these books. And yeah, join my Discord, join Shelf Space's Discord. And yeah, just talk to me about books. It's fun. Like, comment, subscribe. Also, go Revs. And see you guys next time.